Good evening. All of us are aware about the situation that our country is facing because of the global pandemic and unavailability of life-saving drugs and lack of critical care infrastructure and unavailability of oxygen at home or in the hospitals or contracting secondary infections from the hospital or in the environment in especially in immunocompromised patients. So, with respect to that, I am talking about active euthanasia, the need of the hour, especially under these circumstances. I believe that there should be dignity in death, and any patient who is aware that he is in an incurable state, which is irreversible, and there is no medical facility available, that person should be allowed to terminate his life under medical supervision. Supreme Court in 2018 has spoken about passive euthanasia, and in our country, euthanasia is allowed, and there have been a lot of judgments with this regard. So this 2018 judgment talks about how you can write your own medical will, give an advance directive to your family physician or your uh, family members under should a situation arise where you do not want to take life saving medical intervention like a ventilator or chest vestibular um, I'm forgetting the medical term, tracheal anyways, where the ventilator is inserted through a pipe. Anyways, forget it. So I do feel that a patient, everybody has not only the right to live, they also have a right to die with dignity. Here I am not talking about suicide. Suicide is very different. I am not an advocate of suicide, and I believe one should respect life, value life, and try everything to save life. However, I am not drawn by a religious or moralistic approach to the concept of euthanasia, active or passive euthanasia. So here I am advocating for active euthanasia with the consent of the patient. If he is in his conscious state, he should be allowed to make that decision, even if there is no advance directive, or you can also, in common parlance, we call it medical will. In today's time, since 2018, whoever I am meeting in my circle, I always say that you must have a medical will. If suppose you have God forbid, if you are under any vegetative state of if your body is in a vegetative state, you should have given advance directive to your family members, to your doctor, and support them in the legalities of terminating your life with dignity. So in the article that I have shared in the description box, there is a detailed procedure of how you can form your medical will. Please consult a lawyer and talk about your apprehensions, and talk about how you what is the extent, till what extent you want to go, and when you are okay with withdrawal of life support, or when you want your doctor to terminate your life. So you can lay out your criterias. It can be as per your choice, and you must consult a doctor, especially a family physician who knows your medical history, and that will has to be registered before a judicial magistrate, first class, and this will happen before a district court judge, any district court in your area, your local courts. And the application, the presiding district judge is going to allocate a particular officer, judicial officer, first class, to listen to such kind of cases. So this will basically be an application in the format of a will, and there, when the magistrate is satisfied that there is no coercion, it is through your consent, you are informed, you are well informed, and this is out of your own free will. Nobody else has any vested interest in this, and whatever checks and balances the law provides, in that case your will be registered. Now there are certain obligations for the magistrate. The magistrate has to keep a copy, the magistrate has to inform the local government authorities, the magistrate has to inform the family members. So there are some obligations over the judicial magistrate. And then there are obligations on the hospital. What is the procedure they are supposed to follow when they have to decide on termination of life of a patient? So there will be a board which will be constituted by multi-specialists, super specialists, and then those board members will decide whether the life support system can be withdrawn. So, supposing you don't have a medical will, and God forbid you are in a vegetative state, and in that case, what should the doctors do? So, in order to help the doctors and the family members, the court has opined that in such a case, the medical board and the family members can petition before the High Court under the High Court's writ jurisdiction to terminate the life of a person. So when the High Court is satisfied that all checks and balances have gone through, then the High Court will allow the writ petition, and then the life support system can be withdrawn. And the patient can also have his choice to exercise the option whether he wants to be put on life support system or he doesn't want to be put on life support system. And in my opinion, it should be at the time of admission, or as his medical condition further deteriorates while he is in the hospital. He should be given that right to make a decision. But if he is not in a conscious state, or if he is under heavy drug, or under a lot of pain, or the doctors have to be satisfied that the decision of the patient is coming out of his free will, and they must respect the decision and will of the patient. The doctors and the government authorities, the courts, should not be driven by moralistic or religious sentiments when it comes to respecting anybody's right for dignity in death. And most importantly, be positive and be strong. Everybody is suffering. I am a strong believer of the show must go on. So those are my 2 bits, and I hope you go through the blog and you understand the procedure. If there is anything you want to learn, I would be more than happy to assist you with. God bless you. Please take care.